Ashmita asks the question. I welcome everyone. Sound is coming low. Now is it coming high? Now is it coming high? Ashmita, Rajlakshmi. Okay, fine. Let me see. Yes. Let me again check it. Oh. Hello. Yes, it's coming. Yes. Audio is full. Okay, it's coming. Yes. Fine. So what I was discussing, that as you are not having the chapter called Partition, we are skipping a little bit portion, the bloody memories, the bloodshed, the sadness, everything behind, and moving forward to it. We are not understanding, we are not discussing about the negative points of the freedom struggle, but looking forward towards a new day and a new sun. This new day and this new beginning started its process, or started its journey in the year 1946, in the month of November, when finally, after all the efforts of the British government, it was inevitable that India is going to be divided. India is going to be partitioned. The decision was taken to start the Constituent Assembly. And this Constituent Assembly was given the charge to write or discuss the future constitution of India. The chairperson of this constitution, you know, was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and he had a vision that he always remembered that India is a diverse country. In India, several languages, several cultures, several ethnicity is available, along with several religion. It was sure during that time that India is going to be a secular country. It was not pressurized that only one religion would be the state religion. I don't know whether it would be good or bad, or something different might be happen, but they all chose India to be a secular country. So B.R. Ambedkar knew that India is going to have several religions, and keeping all these diversities in their mind, keeping all these minute changes and demands in his mind, he started the meetings of the Constituent Assembly. And the Constituent Assembly, led by him, had a huge number of members. All the members, they were from different social, political, religious, economic background, and they all placed, or they were given the chance to place their demands, and with each and every point there was discussions. Not only discussions, there were debates, and in sometimes the debates were very hot, that it tended towards a little bit of fighting and quarreling. And B.R. Ambedkar tolerated all, and among all these diversities, he actually made it possible to create a constitution for India. So, what we can see this is that in your political science textbook, Constitution of India, you know a lot of informations, and as ma'am has taught you, I know that you know most of the things which I am going to repeat here. But the thing is that in my class, I will be dealing it in a historical perspective. I will not go into the detail of the debates, the pros and cons. I will only state what actually happened. Why happened, that's not my subject, that's Nasreen ma'am's subject, that is political science. I am not a master of that. So why it happened, you know already, but what happened or how it happened, the process, that we will discuss in my class. So first we have to understand the time. The time when this constitution was actually written or drafted, because it was a time which was exceptionally tumultuous. Tumultuous because that means it was a time, or the people during that time felt like they were put inside a churning machine. I think all of you have seen the mixing machine which is available for construction sites. Some of the mixing machines are huge. You put sand, stone chips, then a water and cement in that machine, and it starts rotating, and it mixes the three components in a proper way and then pours it out, right? So in that way, the lives of the people during 1947-48 were having a feeling like that. It was like a cementing machine. And it was not only the time of negativity, as I said, it was a time of hope. Because a new country has born. On 15th August 1947, in the morning speech from Lal Killa, Jawaharlal Nehru rightly said that when the world sleeps, India will awake to freedom and future, right? So that means that India is getting ready. India is getting ready for the new beginning. And when a new beginning starts, it brings hopes with it. And with that hope only, people, they used to live. So it was a time when people were having a chaotic situation. It's like a cementing machine. And also they had a hope that a better day is coming. Okay. On 15th August 1947, India had been free, but it also been divided. in popular memory, there was the memory of Quit India struggle, the most widespread popular struggle against the British Raj, as well as the coming up of Subhash Chandra Bose to win freedom through the armed struggle with the foreign aid. An even more recent upsurge had also evoked much popular sympathy. This was the rising of the ratings in the Royal Indian Navy in Bombay 1946, and then the riots took place. So like in 1947, 15 August, when India got its freedom, the free Indians, they could not forget the previous year's experiences. In 1942, they have seen the Quit India movement, which was the most important mass movement led by Gandhiji, and it was the most widespread. They saw the Second World War. They thought, or they waited for Subhash Chandra Bose to come with his Azad Hind Fauj from the eastern side. But they saw that the Fauj has arrived, but Netaji is no more. Netaji died. Then they have seen the riots, the communal riots, the dead bodies, the bloodsheds. Yesterday, who was my friend, I used to call that man my friend, but today I cannot call him my friend because his religion is different from me. Till yesterday we celebrated together all the festivals, but today I cannot celebrate the Hindu festivals or as well as the Muslim festivals because we belong to different religion, and we became enemies. During partition period, 1947-48, there was a railway service. Trains from Amritsar used to go to Lahore carrying the Muslim people from India, and when the train reached Lahore, it only carried the dead bodies. And when the similar thing happened, that from Lahore a train came to Amritsar carrying the Hindus, ultimately it carried the dead bodies. It was a period of enmity, it was a period of animosity, it was a period of bloodshed. So people could not forget all these things. All these negative emotions, all these negative thoughts were there in their mind, and whenever they closed their eyes, they could see all these bloodsheds, all these riots, all these things with their own eyes. Another point is the very interesting feature of Muslim League and Congress and their relation. They repeatedly failed to arrive at a settlement that would bring about religious reconciliation and social harmony. The great Calcutta killings of August 1946 began a year almost continuous rioting across northern and eastern India. That means in this chaotic situation, in this peculiar situation, the responsibilities of Muslim League and Congress was spectacular. People depended on the political leaders that they will think some way out. They will give us protection. They will give us some kind of hope. But the leaders were too busy to give them that protection because they were fighting among themselves to take the power in their hands. So, the great Calcutta killings, which was after the Direct Action Day, that is in 1947, began a year almost continuous rioting across the northern and eastern India. That means from 1946 August to 1947 August, there was a continuous communal riots. Can you imagine how many people were killed, how many women were abducted and raped and then killed? Most of it, like, it's in data. The data is like this. Like, just a minute. We have the data. Yes. From 2 lakh to 5 lakh people were dislocated. 15 million had to move across the frontiers, and huge amount of women were abducted, raped and uprooted. They lost everything. And while they were losing everything, they had the faith that the Congress or the Muslim League will take care of them. But nobody took the care. So in this situation, British left India. In this situation, British left India in a chaotic situation where economic condition was not that much good. India is facing bloodsheds, fighting, and the problem of refugees are becoming an headache. In this situation, it was really impossible to draft the constitution, to think about all the people and to think normally. What is normal? Yes, definitely what is normal, it's relative. What is normal to me and what is normal to you, and what was normal to them, it's relative, definitely. So what I was trying to say is this, that what is logical? If I am calling this a constitution of the people of India, so I have to think about everyone living in this country. That's what a constitution is for. Everyone will get equal status, equal position in the country. So that had to be maintained. So that was a very tough job in this period. But the leaders, the Constituent Assembly members, they were successful in that. So they continue to do the process. Okay. So in my next class, I will continue with this, the making of the Constituent Assembly and all, who were the members and what they did. So have you understood at least the situation in which the drafting of the Constitution started? Okay. So any doubts and any queries? Fine. So as you are not having any doubts and queries, so I end my class.